Alright, people, this video needs to be made, especially after looking at the comments in the Joe Rogan explains why Connor blah blah blah, right? Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub talked about the reasons and the legitimate justifications of why Connor didn't beat Mayweather, right? And this is the disclaimer. Connor is an amazing fighter. As Mayweather says, oh, he's a fighter. He's a fighter. If Mayweather was to get in the octagon, he'd be beaten within one round. I'm confident of that. Okay, so I'm not some fanboy or something. I'm just with the facts. And if you look back a couple months, you'll see me make a video about how this fight is all for money and Connor's not gonna have a chance. Okay, so let me go through each point they make and pretty much discuss it, to put it lightly. Connor has a unique style which made Floyd confused. That's what they said. They said Connor was like this with his arm long out, and he was big and he kept changing styles and he confused Floyd. That's just not true, because Floyd has faced any and everything that he could have faced. He's fought 49 fights before Connor. He fought big guys. He fought guys that took it slow. He fought defensive guys. He fought, attacking, offensive, crazy punches like Pacquiao. And then he fought Maidana, who just would not let him go. I mean, Maidana's fitness was insane. So if you think, that Connor confused Floyd, you got it wrong, okay? Floyd's been there and done that. Connor hit him more than anyone. That's their second point. Guys, this is going to be my main point for this video, and I'm going to repeat it just so it really gets in there. Floyd Mayweather was not Floyd Mayweather. On the 26th of August 2017, Floyd against Connor, Floyd was not Floyd. Anyone who watches and knows about Floyd's fighting style will know this. Okay, let me put this camera down a bit. Floyd did not fight like he usually does. He was completely different from what he usually is. I mean, there was, honestly, in terms of speed, in terms of everything. And I really do think that he thought, look, Connor's an easy opponent. I'm going to beat him, no doubt. I don't even need to train for this. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to be a bit offensive. And I'm going to show people that I can knock people out. And that's what he did, okay? That's my theory. Maybe I'm not right. Maybe there are other things. Maybe he really has, got a lot slower and because he's old, maybe. But I think that's my theory, and I think that's definitely the most probable reason why Floyd did not fight like he usually does. If Floyd fought like he usually did, Connor would not touch him. I'm telling you, there would not have been that uppercut in the first round. No. Connor brought the fight out of Floyd like no other person did. So that's what they were saying. They were saying, Pacquiao, he couldn't bring the fight out of Floyd. Maidana, he couldn't bring the fight out of Floyd. Alvarez, Ortiz, all these guys, they failed. Zab Judah. They were unable, but Connor was able to bring the fight out of Floyd Mayweather. That's not true, again, because, Mayweather fought in a certain way because he was trying to prove that he can knock people out. He was trying to be a bit more entertaining. Personally, I actually find Mayweather's normal style more entertaining, even though it is defensive. I just find it amazing how he's so quick, and he just he does these quick right hands and then ducks, and it's, oh man, his moves are amazing. And I'm not a fanboy. I just see amazing skill, and I can't help be a fan of it. This is not personal. I'm not trying to date Floyd Mayweather. You guys have to kind of differentiate. When I see an amazing athlete, I'm amazed. it doesn't matter who they are. Black, white, tall, skinny, good personality, not good personality. I don't care. So that's that. Schaub said he thought the uppercut. He thought that uppercut in the first round would hurt Mayweather. Would have affected him. Again, this is the same point. It's like, guys, if you go watch that video, I think it's called 5 or 6 times, I can't remember. Floyd Mayweather was in trouble or something. It's called something like that. If you go watch that video, you'll realize that, when Mayweather was really in trouble, he didn't react like he did with Conor. When Mayweather's in trouble, he hung on. It was just a whole different ball game. And that uppercut was never gonna hurt Mayweather. People don't realize Mayweather's defense is impeccable. but he has a strong jaw. He does not have a glass chin. You know, he can take a punch. Conor was gassed. Mayweather tires everyone because they hit the air. Okay. Here's my point. Joe Rogan said Conor was gassed out. Okay? And that's why he lost. What you have to understand is that Mayweather, by definition of his fighting style, makes people tired. Like, even people with insane levels of fitness like Maidana had. A lot of people don't realize, a lot of people who are not boxing fans don't realize how crazy the fitness level of people like Maidana is to be able to go at Mayweather for 12 rounds like he did in both fights, okay? And for those who don't know, those were, I think, his fourth and fifth last fights. So they were around 2013 or something, I can't remember. So yeah, if you go watch that, you'll see. It's not about Conor. It is about Conor being gassed. But you have to understand Floyd's fighting style. It makes you gas because you know how tiring it is to keep hitting and you just keep hitting air, and Floyd's just doing this shoulder roll, going up and down, side to side, and you're trying to hit him and you're using all his power, and all that's happening is you're just hitting his shoulder and it's bouncing off his shoulder, and you're getting no points and you're getting frustrated. It's emotionally and physically tiring. So Conor being gassed is nothing new. It's not like, oh, Conor was gassed and that's why he lost. And a good example of what I'm talking about is go watch Baldomir against Mayweather. This was quite a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago or something, I can't remember. Baldomir was, pretty kind of a legend, but he was a bit older than Mayweather, and he was completely gassed. I mean, he was done. He ran out of ideas by like the 8th or 9th round. So if you want a good idea of other people gassing out, it's not just Conor, everyone gasses out. And then lastly, Rogan said if he could maintain the first 3 rounds, it would be a completely different fight. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to have attitude and stuff, but I have to laugh when I it is laughable. I mean, come on. I mean, it's disrespectful. I mean, this is Mayweather. I mean, this is one of the best, in my opinion, he's the best boxer ever. That's just my opinion. Some people say, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, actually. But, whatever. That's my opinion. I mean, if he could maintain first 3 rounds, completely different fight. It's just wrong. Again, it's completely wrong. Again, Mayweather was not... Look, guys, Mayweather went into that fight, whatever his mindset was, whether he was less fit, whether it's because he's old, whether it's because he wanted to give the fans. I think it's a bit of all of them. I think it's mainly, though, he wanted to give the fans a different, a bit more of an entertaining match. And I think for the boxing fans like myself, I think that it is more entertaining when Mayweather's defensive because it's so amazing. But for the average person, they just want to see punching and stuff. So he wanted to make it more entertaining for the average person as well to watch because it was a worldwide fight, biggest fight of the century, as they say. So that is the reason why Conor went in there for the first 3 rounds and he was able to get some hits, some hits off, some shots off. Again, so that's the conclusion. Mayweather was not himself. And if you disagree with me, go watch literally any Mayweather fight. Go watch Mayweather against Hatton, Mayweather against Maidana, Mayweather against Alvarez, Zab Judah, what's his name? Anyway, whatever. Go watch all of them and you will see what I'm talking about. So that's that, point clear. And I don't hate Rogan, I don't hate Schaub, anything. I'm not a hater. I have to laugh when I see this kind of stuff. And I laughed before the fight and I laughed after the fight. Excuse the spitting, getting a bit passionate. I laughed before the fight because Rogan was like, "Oh, Conor's gonna, he's gonna cause Mayweather some trouble." I laughed after the fight for the same reason because they're still saying, "Oh, if he was more fit, oh, if he practiced more, he didn't have time." Guys, you can't, just the way I'm saying, if Floyd went into the octagon, I would never, ever, ever expect him to be able to beat Conor McGregor. In the same way, I would expect that reasonable people would not think that McGregor has any chance against the world's best boxer. I mean, it's quite unreasonable. And be honest with you, I don't think McGregor can beat any top boxer or even average boxer. I just don't think it can. But that's a whole other point. Again, I know McGregor's an amazing fighter. He's a great fighter. He's a fighter. Oh, McGregor's a fighter. But he's not a boxer, okay? So there you go.